It's January 1941, and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics finds itself in great danger. From the west comes a long-expected invasion of the great unwashed German hordes, swilling their beer and eating their sausages as they march into western Ukraine in great force with many mechanized units, infantry, cavalry, and a few tanks. In southern Belarus, it seems that Soviet territory has been invaded by a scouting force of Germans who have gotten lost as they scout the terrain in front of them. None to fear, those will be kicked out quite quickly, but it is the force in western Ukraine that stills the heart and worries the people of the Soviet nation. In the last season, we have called up every able-bodied man to give them a rifle and sent them marching towards the border as every farmer, every factory worker has gathered together, organized themselves, and begins to move in the direction of the conflict. But things look quite grim. Things look quite grim indeed. Russia stands at a precipice, and all it needs now is to take a great leap forward. Welcome all to Global War 1936. We are playing as the Comintern on turn number 10. I am playing the USSR. If you notice my voice is a little bit different, it is a combination of me being sick, me not having my regular recording software, as I'm recording this from essentially out in camp for work. I'm out of town for a few days away from home, so I am in a bit of a quandary as I record my message here for you guys over my headset, or over my headphones rather, and hopefully that works out quite nicely. Things are looking somewhat grim for us, but we shall see what we can do. Right now, I'm not too bothered by it, but there is another invasion to counter in the force of the Japanese have invaded the Soviet territory here in the west as well, or east rather. Ironically, I was debating invading them last turn as well with the forces I had spread out here, and I thought, you know what, I could pick up 3 territories from them, and they might take it back quite quickly, but if I do that, then, then America will get their +5 to their income bonus, and so I thought, I'll just wait, and we'll give it a few more turns, or a turn at least, and see what it is, and then surprisingly, the Japanese did invade me instead. I thought it might be a possibility, but there it is. The Americans got their +5, and we lost a few territories, but none to fear. I think we could turn this around, especially with the allies knocking on the door of the of the German state here in the west as soon as they can get things under control. Now, of course, Russian intelligence isn't what it used to be, or was ever, and so a lot of our intelligence is out of date. All these ships, do they exist? Do they not? We've heard great rumors of battles and fighting, and on a few videos we see that there's some German submarines and a lot less British units. And we'll have to see how that goes. I wonder who has the biggest fleet at this point, and it likely is the Japanese. Things are looking grim for the Allies as well, and so therefore we haven't asked them for any lend-lease, and rightly so, I think. I think they have enough on their plate to deal with without having the Russian state coming out there with their hands stretched out. So there we have it. All right, let's take a look at the CCP. What can the CCP do with their $7? Nothing. They do not control any territory, and so therefore they are stagnant. Let's take a look at what we can do. We have $51. Let us go into rolling for our technology. So we have 4 tech dice. Here they are marked. I'm going to roll these 4 dice, and we'll see what the results are at the end. It's nice that these dice are actually kind of labeled, so we'll be able to see what the results are here at the end. So we got 2 8s, a green and a white here. So white would be this one, improved factories. We got that one, 7. And a green we got as well, bumping us up to stage 2 for long-range aircraft. Now the other 2, they were what? A 3 and a 3. So that means that we've got 1 over here that carries over to the next round. And then we got, oh, look at that. We got 3 over here that we could carry over to the next round. And that's one of the reasons I like this dice system, where each time you roll, there's 1 less point they have to reach, because now I only have to reach, 6? Yeah, 6 to get that next level. So that's a 50% chance that I'll finally get to stage 1 after many turns of trying, although it hasn't been that many. So there we have it. Those 2 technologies have reached. We are now at stage 2 for advanced artillery and improved factories. Moving on. So I actually have a saved object here. I kind of forgot. Here we are. Some of our purchases are what we intend on building. And I was intending on actually gathering them together here. So I'll just quickly clone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are going to get ourselves another airborne unit. We're going to get 1 anti-aircraft gun, which we'll have to pull from over here. Sorry about this, guys. Normally I have this organized, but I kind of forgot. That's all I can say. I don't have any other excuses. The 1 there, I'm going to lend these, let's say, an infantry over here to the Republicans. You might be saying, why so many infantry? Well, honestly, I don't know at this point. That's just what I'm doing. 7 infantry. All right, so 7 infantry, clone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to also do 2 unit upgrades. And that is it. So that's what our purchases are. So 2 unit upgrades. I guess I'll identify them with 2 extra infantry like that. I'll keep them away in the corner so we know. All right, so that should take care of our 51 bucks. You can check it if you don't believe me, but that's I believe that is the case. So combat moves. We're going to move in, let's say, two militia from up here in northern Belarus, coming south to southern Belarus. Boom, boom. One, two. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. You know what? I'm going to take a little bit of a risk and actually send this guy over here to Podlakia as well. Yeah, to participate in that combat, we're also going to send a tactical bomber and let's say two fighters up here. Two fighters up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They should be able to land in Smolensk. So tactical here, two infantry, two of those guys up there. And that's what we do for those guys. What other things do we do for combat? We're going to take a bit of a bold move here and send 3 infantry northwards to attack these guys here in Chita. Seems to be a fun little thing to do. I want to tell you a little fun story about this. So the German seaplane is attacking my submarine here. I'm going to send my seaplane into this area. Now, normally seaplanes can't hit other seaplanes. They can only hit submarines and transports. But I'm not just sending those guys. I'm actually sending my fleet as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By my calculations, there's not too many aircraft that could hit my fleet. Let's see, this medium bomber. 1. Is that right? 1. Maybe it is this one. I can't remember what's underneath here. Yeah, so it is connected to Slovakia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I could hit. I'm not too bothered by it. We're sending our entire fleet. If they decide to send their aircraft in there, well, you know what? We're one of the only nations at this point that has a decent sized fleet. Maybe we'll take off a couple aircraft. So that's what's going in there. This submarine is going to raid in this convoy. This seaplane is going to participate in the combat. Now, normally ships won't be able to hit a seaplane because hit an aircraft on maritime air patrol. But because I have an aircraft participating, even though it's not rolling, neither of these guys are going to be rolling. This submarine's not participating in the fight. So that means that we just get free pot shots at this until it sinks, essentially. This is going to just do some con. Actually, no, it's not going to convert. Yeah, we're not going to convert this turn. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Convert there. Just get that one for what it's worth. I'm going to send 2 down here. And so all 3 of these guys are going to raid that convoy line. And this seaplane is going to be taken out. My thinking is like, if I do raid the convoy line, well, you know what? Yeah, we could do that, I think. Because we could choose the order of our combat. So we'll send 2 submarines to convoy here, 1 submarine to convoy up here. We'll do this combat first, and then subsequently we'll raid that convoy line, and therefore that thing won't be in place. So that should work out quite nicely. All right, now I could also send the seaplane to convoy raid, but by my thinking, then it's not involved in the combat here, and so therefore it won't be part of it. And you may say, well, how come we could send an aircraft that can't participate in the combat into the combat? Well, I've seen it done many a time with carriers. You send a carrier into the attack and you take it as a casualty, maybe it's participating, or submarines. You know, if I was sending a submarine to come in here to absorb that hit from something else or whatever it is, right? Like maybe not, that's not a great example of it, but you get what I mean. All right, there we have it. So those are our combats. So let's start with the combat ratings. So here's the one in the Norwegian Ocean. Red is the attacker, black the defender. Red is fire. Okay, so we max that one out with 2 damage. Here is, we're not going to roll for that combat rating convoy just yet. We're going to wait. I don't know if they actually want me to roll. Let's roll for a heavy cruiser. Round 1. Trying to get that seaplane. Miss. I don't know if he wants me to roll more or if it's just an insta hit. Let's roll for, I don't know if I have 2 destroyers there. Boom. This is one of those things. 2. All right, so if we have 2 destroyers here, which we do, so we're taking out a German seaplane. Boom. Now we'll raid for that convoy line. Good thing I did it in order. 3 and 3. So that's down to 1 more hit that we could do on that convoy line. 4, and the black dice disappeared. Come on. 4. Okay, so we maxed out both convoy lines for maximum damage of 5. 5 damage. Excellent. Makes me happy. And so the seaplane could simply land back here without any further ado. Well, I guess we could do that in combat, but it's not a maritime air patrol. We're just moving it back there. All right. Although if I did keep it in maritime air patrol, yeah, let's keep it on maritime air patrol. Why not? That seems to be a fun thing to do. All right, let's take a look at this one here. So 2 fighters, 1 infantry. So we're looking at 2 at 6, 2, 1, 2, and 1 at 2 versus 1 at 4. One hit and nothing. We managed to take out with 1 fighter. Bless me, bless me. I think we got rid of all the bishops in Russia. Now I'm getting sick. There's nobody to bless me. All right. A stupid joke, I know, sorry. All right, so we captured Palakia. Oopsie, that's the wrong one. I'll just find a roundel. Okay, sorry, no, I'll grab the roundel now. I'm entirely too lazy. Okay, this fight here, tactical bomber and 2 militia. So I got 2 dice at 1, 1, 1, and 1 dice at a 7. And here I have 1 at 4 as well. So let's see, let's see. 1 hit and 1 hit. All right, so we lost a militia. I'll just delete. And we lost an infantry. And we've covered southern Belarusia. Woohoo! All right. One last combat, unless I'm mistaken. Nope, one last combat. 3 at 1 and 1 at 2 in defense. 3 at 1 and 1 at 2 in defense. All right, so this one's going to be a long battle. I suspect. Nothing. Nothing. I know, Jay. 10. And these ones here. There are a couple ones on there, but that's all part of 11. Round 2. Nope, another 11 though. That's nice. Okay, and this one hit roll a 5, so that's nothing there. Nothing yet. All right, statistically, we should start to get. This one is a 4, in case you didn't notice. 4. And here we have. Should be a hit anytime. Well, that was almost a 1. Okay. Yep, nothing there. One of us should be getting a hit at any point. There's another 11. And there's a 2. There we have it. All right, so you got a 2. I'm going to keep going. There's 1 and a 12. All right, so, we took out equal losses on both sides. And we capture the territory. All right, so that's it. Let's do some territory adjustments. I'm up 2. Yeah, 2. Russia, those guys are down 1. And Japan is down 1 as well. Now, the idea there is if I didn't attack that territory, then they could attack Irkutsk and Buryatiana or whatever it is. And it was a bit of a hassle. It's nice to kind of coordinate or send things down. I know they could attack the next turn, but whatever. Moving on to non-combat. Let's do some non-combat stuff. Let's go with 1 infantry down to here to Central Mongolia. Those guys can't go. And we're going to rail 1 guy from Moscow. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to rail a guy from Stalingrad all the way to Buryatiana or whatever, all the way out here. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm not. Might be a bit of a risk, but I'm not. He's got better things to do. All right. Now we do to the final non-combat stuff. So we are going to move a bunch of units into eastern Ukraine. Let us prepare a little yeah, I think we'll need a little platform. So I'm going to scale this up. Come on. There we go. All right. So these guys are currently sitting in Orel Kursk. I'll lock it down temporarily. So I'm going to move from Orel Kursk. The 74th is going to come down here, as well as these 5 infantry. Let's start over here, though. We have this guy here has stayed there, so I'm not going to move him. I have these guys here are going to come from Kiev. We have to abandon temporarily Kiev. We're going to move this guy from Toridia to eastern Ukraine, from Donetsk, Kuban. We're going to move all these infantry to the Ukrainian territory as well. Eastern Ukraine, rather. There we have it. And these 5 motorized, you don't know fit anymore. Eh, good. Okay, in addition to that, we have a militia from southern Ukraine coming up there too. And from Orel Kursk, we have 2 militia coming down as well. Okay, that's the first layer of the onion. Now moving in from the further reaches inwards, we're going to move these 3 from North Caucasus to Donetsk Kuban. We're going to move these, let's say these 3 units to North Caucasus. Yeah. From Kalminitskaya, we're going to send 1 unit there as well to Donetsk Kuban. From Stalingrad to Tula Lipetsk, we're going to send 3 infantry and 1 militia. And I do believe, yeah, all right, we'll have to move that back later on. Western Kazakhstan to Stalingrad. Nah, to Saratov. You know what? We'll hold off on that. Let's go from outside in. So those guys can't go. From Smolensk, moving on territory south to Orel Kursk. From Kaluga Oblast, 1 unit as well. I don't think this guy from Tula Lipetsk has gone, so we're going to move him. We're going to move all these guys from Moscow to Kaluga Oblast. We're going to move, yeah, we did those guys from Saratov. We're going to move to Tula Lipetsk. From Western Kazakhstan to Saratov. From this place here, whatever it is, Orenburg to Saratov. From Urals to Saratov. From Gorky to Moscow. From Yaroslavl to Moscow. From Zoryania to Yaroslavl. From Western Russia to Smolensk. From Northern Russia to Western Russia. To from Northern Belarus to Smolensk. From Soviet-held Northern Belarusia. They're sending in these 4 units, 2 infantry, 2 militia. Yeah. This transport's going to grab 1 unit, drop him off in eastern Ukraine as well. It's going to be fun to count all this later. And so that leaves him with a few spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to land in Moscow. Yeah, sure. Nah, we're going to land in northern Belarusia. That seems to be a safe enough spot. And so in that light, we are actually, can you even reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, should be able to reach. In that light, we're gonna send an airborne unit down south as well. Come on. All right, leaving 1 airborne in Leningrad, joined by these guys from Karelia, 2 militia, 1 infantry, and from Kola, 1 guy comes down south to Karelia as well. I believe that takes care of all the business there. Good, 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 good. Okay, non-combat move our aircraft to Smolensk. You know what? I'm actually going to land this. Nah, it'll stay here. Okay, we're going to use our 2 rail. One of our rail is going to move one of our Stalingrad units. Sorry, it was getting here. Going to rail him into eastern Ukraine. And we're going to rail one of these factories all the way to Novosibirsk. And we're going to scorch this airfield. And we're also going to scorch some railways. We're going to scorch, what do we need to scorch? We're going to scorch this one, this one, this one, and I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'm pretty content with that. Right on. All right. So let's get on to the other stuff that we're going to do. We did all our aircraft, we did all our rating. Okay, Moving on. So let's first do our infantry upgrade. So we're gonna upgrade this infantry that was still sitting in Eastern Ukraine. I think they kind of don't have to move. I could be wrong in that, but we're gonna upgrade him. And now there's a pile of guys there. The other infantry we're gonna upgrade is gonna be here in Kurilen. Yeah, that guy in Kurilen. And now we're gonna put some militia down. We're gonna put one over in Central Move. You know what? I don't know if I can because that's not technically homeland. So in Kurilen, we're gonna put down one. Yeah. All right. And we're going to start with the, yeah, that might be all. Okay. So militia time. We're going to put one in Tarida. We're going to put three in Kiev. We're going to put one in Eastern Ukraine. We're going to put one there. Yeah, I think the idea was I was going to put one here. I can't because it's not my homeland. All right. Well, anyways, we're going to put one in Moscow for the airborne unit. We're going to put 5 infantry down in Oral Kursk. Well, that's what it is. We're going to put 4 down in Oral Kursk and 1 anti-aircraft gun. And what else? So, a few guys. The Republican infantry. I forgot to do anything with the Republicans. Well, they weren't going to attack anyways. So I guess non-combat, we're simply going to move, let's say 1 unit up here. No, actually, we'll keep 2 units there. This guy will arrive here. And that's it. Nothing new special. We're going to put 1 infantry in Smolensk. 1 infantry over here in Novosibirsk. We're going to put that one there. Yeah, I got that. One there, 3 there. Yeah, I think that's what my plan was, to put 1 guy over here, but that wouldn't have worked because I could only max it out to 1. All right, well, what else? I got 1 more here. I'm going to say this guy's got to go right into Stalingrad just to get some diversification of troops. And I have 2 more militia. So, unless I had some sort of genius plan that my brain escapes me right now, I don't think I do. D. All right, well, I guess I'll just put them in the east. Maybe one up here. Nah, that doesn't really matter too much. One there. Well, it's kind of a waste. I don't really like building militia that much, and so this is all very well planned out, apparently. Anyways, I wasted enough time with that. So this militia is going to simply go to, oh, I don't know, Smolensk, let's say. Now let's say Oil Kursk, sure. Yeah, sure, Oil Kursk seems a good enough spot. All right, that takes care of all my purchases. And on my non-combat, I just need to roll for the Republicans. Let's see what the results are. It's a 4. So we succeed on that one. Let's go with another infantry in Madrid. All right, that about covers everything we need to do. Unless I'm missing something, let's go to collecting income phase. So income, we have 44 plus 45, 46, 47. We have 47 to spend on this upcoming turn. Boom. All right, that is it. Thank you all for watching, and hope you enjoy. Cheers.